and welcome to another video. My name is Julie if you're new here, and we're going to do a declutter reading vlog. So, as I said in my last video, I really need some kind of reset. I really want to start 2024 fresh, even though I know I'm a bit late to the party, but I just finished my last assignment for uni today and I handed it in, and I'm really relieved and excited to now tackle all of my personal stuff, get ready for the new year, and hopefully also achieve all of my goals. I thought it would be a good idea to declutter all of my stuff in the beginning of the year because if you've watched some of my videos, I've been in England for the last few months, so all of my stuff while I did my study abroad, I put into my basement because I had somebody living in this flat and yeah, my stuff needed to go somewhere. That means for me it's a really convenient situation to do the declutter because all of my stuff is in boxes. I need to put it back into the shelves and everything anyways. So I have all of the stuff in like smaller sizes and packaged up, so I need to go through everything anyways. And that's why it's a really good situation to just throw the stuff out that I don't need anymore. And I've moved quite a few times in the last few years, but I never really had the time to properly declutter. Of course, I've thrown some things out, but not like going through all of the stuff that I own and choosing what I still need and what feels good in my life and what maybe just takes up some unnecessary space. I don't have the most space in this apartment, which is why some of the stuff stayed in the basement anyway. And it's just really, I don't like having that much stuff. It makes me nervous. It's way harder to clean if you have a lot of stuff. Your room gets messy so much easier, and I'm not a person that enjoys tidying up, and sometimes if I'm not in a mood I will just not care about it enough to do it. And the less stuff I own, I realized it makes my life so much easier because I don't have to think about putting away all of these things and finding a space for them. And yeah, but over the time obviously stuff accumulates, and because I've moved a few times and I've never had the time to really do a proper declutter, I have so much stuff that is just doesn't fit my life anymore. It's not at all my aesthetic or what I am like as a person now, because a lot of the stuff is still from teenage years even, or my early 20s. And my early 20s, I didn't have any sense of what I liked and what I wanted, so I just bought random stuff that I thought I might like or need because other people enjoyed it, and I then thought, I don't know what I thought. Well, that especially goes for clothes, and actually I'm glad I experimented a bit. That's what your 20s are for, that's fine, but right now it just doesn't make sense in my life anymore. I'm rambling so much, let's just get into it. And of course, while I'm doing all of this, it's going to be a really good opportunity to also listen to some audiobooks, which will make it so much more enjoyable. Listening to music and audiobooks always really motivates me because if I just have to focus on this one task, I guarantee you I will get distracted or get bored in a matter of minutes, and I will not be able to do this over hours, and this will probably take me hours. So we have some time that we can fill with audiobooks and some, I don't know, maybe some other life stuff that's going on while I'm doing this. I don't know what will happen in the week. I'm trying to do this. It's now Thursday evening and I'm trying to do this today and over the course of the weekend. So we have the whole weekend and Friday evening as well. That should be hopefully at least giving me a good start at this project. I'm not putting the pressure on myself to finish it, but we'll see. Okay, I'm rambling so much. I'm just going to get started and then tell you about what I'm reading later. Okay, so I have started doing this thing, this declutter thing. I'm sitting on the floor, by the way, don't be confused about this weird angle that you never see in any of the other videos, because usually I don't sit on the floor. Maybe I should change that. What's your opinion about this? Let me know in the comments. What was I going to say? Yeah, I've started doing this. And the first thing that I tackled is a huge box, which used to be an Amazon package, but that's where I kept all of my bathroom stuff while I was gone. So I just went through all of that and took out the stuff that I don't need anymore, which is not a lot, to be honest. I thought I was going to throw out way more, but that's not a bad thing, I guess, because that means that I own stuff that I want to use in the future. I don't know. Some of the stuff I'm still on the fence about if I will use it again or not. And I think if I won't use it in like the next 3 months, I'm going to throw it out. But I also have like multiples of stuff, just stuff that I don't use as often, which I didn't need to take with me in the UK because it didn't really make any sense. And then I also got some sunscreen, summer stuff. Yeah, don't know when I will be needing that again because it is freezing outside. I am so cold. Even in my flat, it's not bad. I mean, it's January. What am I going to expect? Nothing. So yeah, I'm actually really proud of myself. I did that. I finished the whole box. And yeah, I think it's going pretty well. I'm getting a bit hungry now, but I just ordered food, so I'm hopefully going to eat soon. And I'm going to continue organizing this a bit now because I still need to put all of this away, so it's just laying around here. Yeah, and I think my plan of how I want to do this is that I want to tackle like smaller stuff. Like I'm going to take this one box and I'm going to take another one right now, and then I'm done for today. Because I don't want to take all of the boxes up here and just have them in my apartment, and I'm going to get really overwhelmed if I do that. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go and take one box at a time or 2 boxes at a time and just go through them and then be done with those things, and I think I'm going to feel way more accomplished that way. So that's the plan, and I'm going to show you the stuff that I went through real quick. So this was the box that all of the stuff was in, and it's empty now, so that's really good. And then here we have all of the stuff. I actually got this box just the other day. I got it from Aldi, and it's so helpful because I can just store all of my stuff in there. And this is all stuff that I don't need every day or regularly, so I'm just going to store it there. And the thing I'm most excited about are these bathtub, I don't know, salts, and I don't know how it's called in English, but yeah, you put them in the water and it smells nice and it feels good. And my mom gave this to me for my birthday in summer, but yeah, I don't take baths in summer, it's that hot. And yeah, now I'm in the mood to do some self-care. And yeah, I still got some stuff that I will keep. And then these are the things that I plan to throw out because I'm not using those. Or like some of these are also empty. But yeah, not a lot. I hope it's going to get more satisfying in the future when I will throw out more stuff. My dinner just arrived. I ordered some food because I handed in my assignment today, and that is worth the celebration, isn't it? So I thought I'd get some sushi because I've been really craving sushi for some reason. And I also got a soup, miso soup, and just a huge variety of sushi. There's like all these, they did offer this veggie menu, so there's like multiple ones in there, and I'm really excited. I'm starving, to be honest. So yeah, I am going to eat that now and then continue doing all the stuff. But it's going good so far. I'm really happy. Have a look. Oh my, looks so good. I'm so excited. I'm actually starving, which is not good for my mood and not good for my motivation. So I'll be eating first and continue doing this. I got some miso soup as a starter in here. And then I got a huge variety of sushi. I think they must have thought that this is not for one person because it's definitely not. But they had, you had to pay like 20 euros on sushi to be able to order. So I had to order a lot. And that's going to be my lunch for tomorrow. There's sauce and wasabi, which I can't eat. I don't like it that much. I don't mind spicy stuff, but wasabi, for some reason, I just don't enjoy the taste as much. And then here we got the sushi. They had this offer, like this veggie menu that had different types of rolls in there. I really like the inside out rolls. So delicious. I got some with cucumber, some with avocado, radish, and some with cream cheese. The best thing ever. And then I just ordered some extra because I just still needed to be able to order this. And yeah, so I have so much food and it makes me so happy. I'm going to eat this now. Really good for my motivation, I believe. And then I will continue after. I'm not gonna lie, I got a little bit too distracted there. I had dinner and then I went on to my laptop and I started playing GeoGuessr, which it's okay. I just really wanted to. I really needed a break and I had a really stressful day, so that's fine. I also made myself a cup of tea, more like a glass of tea, whatever. It's really hot. Ow! Yeah, so I'm well prepared to continue, but I also realized that I have a whole other box full of bathroom stuff. I don't know what's in there. We're going to find out, but luckily I also got some more storage which we can put together now. And these boxes, I really like them. I didn't expect to find any of this in the supermarket, but they just had them and I thought that's a sign because I need to get more organized. And here they are. These are smaller ones than the one I just got that I just showed you. These are really cute and they match the other one. I might even get more of these if I decide I like them, but I think I do because the other one I put in my cupboard and it looks really good there and it looks really organized as well, which is something that is very helpful because in my bathroom I don't have a lot of storage, so I need to put it somewhere else and I just have this Billy IKEA shelf. So yeah, I think I really like the way that these look, and I'm going to try and put like all of the small stuff in there that I don't use as much. So probably it's going to be a few makeup products and stuff like that. Oh my god, did I just break this? No, I didn't break it. Okay, well, so I totally forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, I found the other stuff. I'm going to put some makeup stuff in here that I don't use as much. It's more for special occasions. I don't need to have that in my bathroom all the time. And that's going to go in my cupboard in the entrance area. Yes. Okay, so I am going to try to do that and also talk to you about what I'm reading right now. So, that's way too hot. It's way too hot. I shouldn't have done that. No, I think I burnt my tongue. Always making the same mistakes. Anyway, what I am reading right now is Mile High by Liz Tomford. I think it's a pretty popular series. It's a sports romance series and the series I think is called Windy City or something like that. And I've heard so many people talk about this and I think it's also in the Goodreads Choice Awards. I don't know, I think the second part of it has won something. The second part is called Right Move. And this is the first part of the series and it's about a hockey player and a flight attendant, which is something new. I haven't read this kind of combination before, but it definitely makes sense because they get to know each other on the plane. And oh my god, what's her name? Stevie. Stevie is working as a flight attendant on the plane that is the private jet of this specific hockey team, and she has worked for other not for a hockey team before, but she has worked for basketball players before. And I think they are not allowed to actually, they call it fraternize with the players that are on their plane. But of course, these two end up meeting each other again and again in their free time for some reason, which also has to do with the fact that Stevie's brother is an NBA player. and he lives in this very expensive apartment building that Stevie then also stays in, and that some of the teammates live in, so they end up meeting there a couple of times. And the guy, who is called, I don't know, he also has a name. Let me check. He's called Xanders. And yeah, so the guy actually has a lot of emotional trouble, and Stevie does as well with their families. They have some kind of, I don't know, she has some problems with her mom, who's being really not nice to her about her body type and about what she should be doing in life. She's always comparing her to her twin brother, the NBA player. So they have a situation at home, or not at home. She doesn't live at home anymore, but yeah, they have this situation that isn't going so well. And the same kind of goes for Xanders. He doesn't have problems with his mom, but she left, and he has issues with his dad instead. And that is also why they kind of end up bonding over that. In the beginning, they don't really know, and he has this really bad reputation. I don't think I've said that before. He has a really, really bad reputation for being a player, for taking home many girls, and just in general not caring about anyone besides himself, which, believe it or not, ends up being proven wrong. And he's actually really cute and sweet, and I like him a lot as a character. But I do have to say that it's sometimes, for me, it's a bit too obvious that they want you to like the characters, because she is taking care of the dogs in this dog shelter, and he has this really intense, cute relationship with, they call her his niece, but she's just the daughter of his best friend. And they have a really cute relationship. And there are some cute moments, but I think sometimes it's a bit over the top, trying to make him and her both seem like very sweet and kind people. And sometimes I wish I was a bit more, not trying so hard. But it does make sense that they will probably end up together. I hope that's not a spoiler. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the story so far, and I enjoy the writing style. I do have to say though that it's a really long audiobook. I think it's around 10 hours, and I'm listening on 1.5 speed, so without that it would be even longer. And I'm now 4 hours in, and I don't know what else could actually happen. I mean, there's the situation that she's not allowed to date him, but like how far can you take that? Is she going to lose her job, or what's going to happen? I don't know. We'll see. That's something that I don't really know yet, how this conflict, or there has to be some kind of third act conflict, or even, I'm not even midway. So there has to be a huge conflict or multiple conflicts, and I don't know. They're getting to know each other slowly, but yeah, I don't know. I think this is what's going to really make me either like the story or not like the story, because I don't enjoy too much drama. And if there's still so much time left, I suspect there might be some drama coming up. Look at this. Do I keep this? It's a headband, and it's kind of cute, but also I'm never wearing this. And I think it makes me look really young and kind of too cute. It's not really my style anymore, but maybe there's an outfit. Maybe there will be an outfit for this. I don't enjoy wearing these kind of headbands because they really tend to give me a headache. And wow, now I ruined my hair. I don't enjoy that. So it's more of a special occasion thing anyway. But yeah, it's not an accessory that I use all of the time, but also I don't own many accessories anyway, so I can also just keep it, and then I have something in case I ever need it. I don't know when you would need something like that, but I am overthinking this. I think I'm just going to keep it for now and then see how it's going later. Wow, I'm almost done, and I haven't even filled up all of my boxes here. That's kind of nice. So I still have some space left in case I want to put some of the things from the bathroom that I'm not using as much into these boxes as well. And now I have the storage box. I don't actually know what I'm going to do with that, but it's empty. So that was a success. I think talking while I'm doing this kind of helps me making decisions. That went by really fast. Okay, so that means I now get to tackle the big box, which I'm using as my tripod right now. Very professional. So I need to move the camera and then I can start doing this. I can listen to some more of this audiobook. And I will see you later. Okay, so these are the things that I'm keeping. And these are also things that I'm keeping. And then over here I have the stuff that I'm getting rid of. Just old makeup products that I don't need anymore. This is just a random band. This I'm going to put right here. Yeah, just old makeup products. And this bar of soap, which is actually a shampoo bar, but it doesn't work. It doesn't foam up at all, and it's just really annoying. I've tried it a couple of times. And it's not that I don't like using the soap bars for my hair. It's just this, it's just this specific one that doesn't work. So I'm getting rid of it. Not a lot as well, but it's slowly getting more the more I keep going. Hello and welcome back. It's Saturday and I have this huge box with me. That's what I'm trying to tackling this evening. Actually, I didn't do really anything yesterday. I did declutter 2 things, but that's it. Well, actually that's not really true because I did do a little drawing, which is basically, I think I didn't explain this to you yet, but this project, or the idea of this project, the decluttering thing, kind of came from me watching a YouTube video, which I'm going to link down below in the description if you're interested in that. And it explained this concept of doing a 30-day decluttering challenge, basically. So every single day you will throw out a certain number of things. So for day 1 you're going to throw out 1 thing, and then on day 30 things. But I'm not doing them in order because I'm way more motivated in the beginning. And yeah, I did a little drawing, so I have a motivation to do these things, and they're little plans, and I can like color in the plans if I have done the specific day. Yeah, it's silly, but it works for me. So that is the plan for today. Decluttering as many things as possible and to keep listening to the audiobook while I'm at it. So let's get started. So I moved the box a little bit out of the way now. And I wanted to tell you about what I have been reading. So I still am in the process of reading the Windy City series. So I'm still reading Mile High. It has been okay so far. I like it still, but I still have no clue where it's actually going. I think I'm now maybe 2 hours more into this, but I still don't see which kind of conflict is going to come out of it now. So far the whole thing has been more about them not being able to go public with their relationship, which I understand. And then there's some more emotional stuff going on, like not relationship wise, but just the family stuff. So I don't know. I don't know if it's just going to revolve around the family aspect of the story from now on, or if there's going to be more, I don't know, real relationship content, whatever. If it's going to continue like that, I think it's going to get a little boring, because I think like good for them that they're working on themselves and their relationship, and it's kind of cute, but also I swear I got so much unnecessary stuff that I just got gifted by people, and that is the most annoying thing, because I would have never decided to buy this, but now I'm like, this is perfectly good stuff that I can't give away. I have like this, it's like a stamp, so it's basically, it's got this pattern which is kind of cute. It's a tree with hearts as leaves, and then I got this ink which you can just like and put it on, I don't know, paper, But like, what paper? I don't know. I don't have any good use for this, but I feel so guilty throwing this away. Or like, I don't know. Because this is also not stuff that you would sell on eBay. It's really like, who would buy this? And it's also so, but it's such a waste to just throw it away. So I don't know. And there's even still a price tag on it. This was 10 euros. 10 euros. I cannot throw this away with a good conscience, but I'm also pissed off because I now have to like think about it and give it away and like put it online and stuff. And it's just not, that's why I don't like unnecessary gifts, because if people don't know you that well, they just don't know what to give you and what you might enjoy, and they give you stuff like this, and I'm like, yeah, I think it's nice, but I don't have any use for this. I've never used this. I've had this for 5 years. I also don't want to gift this to anybody else, because then they're going to run into the exact same problem that I'm in right now and just have no use for this whatsoever. Yeah. So, but then again, I'm like, if you're ever going to do a wedding invitation, this is going to be really nice to have this. But who am I kidding? I'm not even in a relationship like that. That's not going to happen soon. And am I going to keep this thing for like, I don't know, 5 years or whatever? I don't think so. I don't think that's a smart decision. Well, this is just the most random shit in here. I have, this is a bit weird, but my dentist gave this to me. It's a model of my teeth. Now I have like a model of my teeth. What am I supposed to do with this? Do I have to keep this? I don't know. They didn't tell me. I think there has to be a reason why they gave it to me, right? So I guess I need to find the place to store this. This is definitely going to go in the basement. Like, this is basement material. I should maybe ask them the next time I'm there. I think I should Google it. They took these because I'm grinding my teeth at night. And yeah, also they gave me this branded bag, which has like a sign and the name of the doctor on it, as if I'm going to go around with it and wear like a bag with my dentist. I don't know. Well, that's going to go in the basement. What was I saying about the book? Oh yeah, there actually was one cute scene, which was kind of like a Cinderella moment, and it really felt like Cinderella retelling, and I did enjoy that. But also I was like, what the fuck? That's so random. Like, why do we have a Cinderella moment now? And I don't know. It's really, really cute how he treats her and how he handles her insecurities. But I think I've said that in another vlog last year, that I'm kind of over reading about girls' insecurities so much. Because a lot of times in romance books, they really play these up a lot, and it's like, I think about my weight every single time somebody mentions something about food and something about, I don't know, and people teasing them about this, or family members being shitty towards them. And I get that. And I get that it's a problem in society, definitely. I don't want to dismiss that. But I just don't personally like to read about it anymore, because I've read so many stories that revolve around this topic. And I feel like for me, it sometimes can even reinforce more negative thoughts than not reading about it. I don't know. That's obviously just a personal thing, because for many people these stories are really empowering, and it's cute that he treats her the way he treats her. And yeah, but also you just shouldn't need somebody else in your life to overcome your insecurities. I get that it's nice that somebody is there for you and he really likes you the way you are, but yeah, you definitely shouldn't like yourself because of them. And sometimes I have the feeling like that in books and also in real life, a lot of the time men get praised for doing stuff that really just should be the norm. Like, for example, oh my god, he's a football player and he also likes curvy girls. And then he also orders her fast food because she really likes that. And yeah, of course, it's nice to do that in a relationship, to listen to your partner and do nice things for them and order food for them or something like that. But that's definitely not something that is revolutionary or that makes somebody stand out as a hero. I don't know. I think I'm just not in the best mood today, to be honest. And maybe if I was in a better mood, I would really enjoy this and think it's very cute or whatever. But I've been listening to Lana Del Rey today, and that's just always, I don't know. I really like her music, but listening to her music also really makes me sad a lot of the time, which is why I don't often do it. But I thought I was in the right mood today to do it, and then, I don't know. Now I think I'm being a bit too grumpy, at least towards this book, maybe. So yeah, it's not a bad book. That's just what I've been thinking while I was listening to it today. But yeah, sometimes there's just really specific things in books that you don't enjoy as much. For me, for example, that's that the heroine in this book, Stevie, she doesn't really have a lot of friends or good support system around her besides her brother. And all of her friends have treated her pretty badly. And now she sort of started to get into Xander's friend group. So she started to become friends with his best friend's wife. And I don't know how I'm feeling about that. I mean, that's nice and everything, but I think if you're in a relationship, you also need your own support system and your friends, because otherwise that's going to wreck you even more if it goes wrong. And I know that's not the most romantic thought, because you always want to think like nothing's going to go wrong. But if something ever happens between you two, you just need to have somebody you can talk to. It doesn't even have to be a breakup, but also if you're fighting, like, you wouldn't want to go to his best friend's wife to talk about that he has also known for a really long time. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of that. I think that you should leave some things in life. Like, you should also have your separate lives still, even though you're in a relationship. But of course, I'm happy for her that she's making friends. That's good. That's cute. Okay, so I think I'm done with the decluttering part of this, but now I need to organize all of the stuff. And that is going to be a whole other challenge, because you can't see this right now, but it's a mess. It is a huge mess. I don't know how to do this because I'm overwhelmed. Even though it's just this one box, I'm already overwhelmed. And I don't know, in this box there were some items, things that are really connected to a lot of emotional stuff in my life. Like there's this box, for example, where I store all of the cards that I've been given, or like not all of them, but the ones that I found were really emotional, or just by people that were really important in my life. And yeah, I looked into that box and I don't know, there's like cards from people I haven't spoken to in a long time, or people who I really miss. So that was a bit emotional. And I also found some old diaries, which was, yeah, also a friendship book, which I used to have in primary school and like the beginning of middle school. And all of my friends have put their details in there back then, and it's just, yeah, I don't know. All of this stuff is kind of emotional, even though it's not, like the friendship book definitely isn't too deep or anything, but still. And then also other stuff that is really overwhelming to me, like cables. Particularly cables that I don't know what they are for. And I had these for a really long time, and I've had this specific box where I put them into, and I know that I didn't need them in the last like 5 years or so, but then I'm like, what if one of these is the cable for my Nintendo DS? And then I can't throw them away. And that's a problem. At least I got out all of the cables that have like the iPhone charger thingy. So I can test them and see if they still work, and if not, I can throw them out. So that's a success, that's a win. I'm not trying to do everything here and do it perfectly, because that's just, I don't have the mental capacity to do that. I'm just happy if it's getting a little bit better. It doesn't have to be perfect. So yeah, I continued listening to the audiobook while I was doing that, and I mean, it's fine. I don't hate it, but also it's getting a bit boring and repetitive right now. Obviously, there are still some parts of the story that are unresolved, but I feel like they could have made a cut here and said, that's fine, they will figure it out. I don't need to hear like every single detail of them figuring it out. So yeah, I've been kind of thinking about what I want to listen to next, because I got I don't know. I got a little bit bored, so I thought like, what might be a vibe that would be good after this book? So it would be maybe something different, because I think after listening to 10 hours of this, I want to have a different vibe after that. And I don't know, I feel like something by Tessa Bailey or Talia Hibbert could be good after this. So I need to check if there are any books on my audiobook app after that. I don't really have any audiobooks that I'm really looking forward to. I have more physical books that I'm looking forward to, but obviously I can't read these while I'm doing this. So I'm trying to use the time anyway and listen to books. Let's just check the audiobook app, because that's going to motivate me. If I know I have a book that I really want to listen to, I know that I'm going to be motivated to do this. But I definitely want romance, not fantasy, because if I listen to a fantasy or a thriller or something, that's going to take up too much brain power to do this at the same time, I guess. Because I feel like decluttering is not as easy as you think it is. You still have to think about a lot of the decisions you make. I don't know, decision making is hard for me. So what do I have here? I do still want to listen to The Right Move, but I don't think I'm going to do it right after this one. I also want to read more Anna Huang, so maybe King of Pride. That is a billionaire romance, but I could go either way. I could really enjoy it, or I could really not like it. I know I didn't like the last Anna Huang book that I read as much, so I don't know. These are like the most recent ones that I saved. Talia Hibbert. I know that Talia Hibbert has like this. Okay, so Talia Hibbert's other romance that we have on this app is The Princess Trap, which seems to be a royal romance. Why do all these books have this really specific fancy tropes? It's not really what I'm looking for right now, but also sounds kind of intriguing. Well, I do think this story sounds interesting, but I don't know if I will read it right now. Okay, what about Tessa Bailey? Ah, yes. Secretly Yours. That was the one I was actually thinking about when I thought about Tessa Bailey. So that's on the app. Yeah, that one could be cute. It's about kind of a second chance and also enemies to lovers romance. Oh wow, she actually has a lot of books. I didn't know that. So, okay, I think I would also be in a mood for like a destination romance, but I can't decide that now. I'm just going to continue listening to that, and then we'll decide it tomorrow, because actually I'm going to go to bed right now because this was exhausting and I need a little bit of rest. So yeah, we'll continue tomorrow. Hopefully also with more input and more exciting reading news. Hello, I'm back. So I totally forgot to film like a wrap-up clip, but I started to get a little bit sick. I think you can hear it in my voice as well. So I'm not feeling my best, which is also why I'm going to take a little break from decluttering, and also why I'm going to end this video here, just to make sure that I'm taking care of my health and everything. You know, that's one of my goals for this year, so I'm trying to like not be too disappointed that I am getting a cold again, because it has happened so many times last year, but I think it can always happen. I didn't even go out that much, or I didn't even do anything, but it can always happen, and I'm just now trying my best to get well again as soon as possible. But yeah, that's why I'm going to wrap it up here, not start reading, and that's why I won't start reading another book. But I still want to tell you about my final thoughts on Mile High, because I finished that book today. And to be honest, I don't think I have that much exciting stuff to say about it. Sadly, I thought it was like an okay book. It was totally fine, the writing style was fine, but it just didn't catch me as much emotionally. I think the storyline that was being told there and the conflict were things that I have read done better in other books, like the whole thing about pressure on an athlete. I think that's a valid topic and something that needs to be talked about, or maybe not needs to be talked about, but that's a valid storyline to have in a book. And of course, if you're talking about somebody with this profession in this kind of spotlight, that is something that is very realistic. But yeah, making this pressure about him being this womanizer is, I don't know, it didn't feel like the most realistic thing. And a different book that I've read recently is The Cheat Sheet, and there I thought the pressure part was done much better and much more convincing. So that's kind of also why I was a little bit on the fence about this. And then again, I've talked about some of the other points that I had some issues with. The writing style was fine, it was a fine book, but just nothing that was really standing out to me. And I really expected it to, because there was so much hype around the second book of the series that I thought, yeah, the first one is also going to be really good and really like overwhelmingly good, which definitely wasn't the case. It's just another romance. And that's also, I think, my issue right now, kind of, that I'm not that much into romance anymore, I guess. That's something that I've realized, that, I don't know, all of these stories just are so generic and they kind of tell the same story over and over again. And I used to be a really big fan of that, but it's just not as exciting to me anymore. And sometimes it's nice to have this comfort reads, but then there has to be like a really convincing storyline or really convincing character building for me to really enjoy it. And yeah, it was a fine read. It was, I think, a good thing to listen to while you're doing something else and while you're decluttering or doing, I don't know, some household chores, stuff like that, I think. And that's not something that I mean like as a bad thing. I think that's a good thing. Books can have all kinds of purposes, and this one is just to get your mind off of stuff and to have some nice story to read or listen to if you don't want to think too hard and if you don't want to have a story that is packed full of emotion. So that was the kind of story that this was for me. And that's fine, because there are also TV shows and series that you would like watch, or some songs that you would listen to that can just play in the background instead of being like, oh, I have to listen to every single word of what is being said here. And it doesn't mean that it's worth less than other books. It's just a different type of book. And right now, I think these type of books are not what I'm looking for anymore, which is something that I realized, and that's good to know, because then I will maybe shift what I'm reading a little bit. And to give like a book recommendation in the end of this video, because I have just recently finished a really great romance that really had a big impact on me. That was The 7-Year Slip, and I can only really recommend this romance so much. It is great. It was awesome, and that was something that was really emotionally captivating. The storyline was something new. It wasn't like a story that has never been told, but it was told in a new way to me. And that one is also, it has this time traveling component to it, which can be cheesy, but I think the author there managed to do it in a non-cheesy way. And just the characters felt really unique. They had a unique storyline, their unique lives. You could really connect to them. The way that they bonded, the way they interacted with each other, that was just something different that didn't feel too generic to me, which is why I would really highly recommend that book if you just maybe are in the same situation as I'm right now and looking for something that is a little more unconventional maybe. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, even though I didn't read as much as I had hoped to. But you have to take care of your health and look after yourself. So yeah, that is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to probably still read, lie in bed and just suffer a little bit. But I'm not in a really bad mood because I think I achieved quite a lot this weekend, and I hope I can continue with this project a little bit later when I feel better. So yeah, thank you so much for sticking around and watching this video, spending the weekend with me. So I will see you in my next video. Bye!